Welcome, explorers of the DeFi universe. So how did you like our last course on short and long positions? Pretty basic, right, huh? Well, buckle up because we are now moving to the next level. Interest rates and yields are terms that sound similar, but are actually very different. Are you confused? Don't worry, by the end of this short video, you will be explaining those concepts like a pro and make your money work smarter. Meet Richie, our DeFi genius, and today's lecturer. Richie, the stage is yours.
Thank you, Bullix. Interest rates and yields are two distinct concepts that should not be misunderstood. First, interest rates are returns set by central authorities, such as a central bank or financial institutions, rather than free global market consensus. While interest rates can create assets, they do not necessarily create value. For example, a central bank may adjust interest rates to influence lending, affecting money supply and currency value without creating substantial value, while potentially leading to currency devaluation. It is interesting to note here that money printing can be seen as an upfront interest payment.
Thank you, Richie, for breaking down interest rates. This is a massive issue. Centralized authorities, controlled by just a few, have the power to create money out of thin air. But here's the catch. While centralized authorities create more money, they don't necessarily create real value, and people holding this money lose purchasing power. Wouldn't it be fascinating to dive deeper into the real impact of this system and how DeFi offers a better alternative? We need some sharp expertise on this. Professor Trends, could you help us out?
Excellent, Bullix. I was just working on a chart showing the impact of poor interest rate decisions. This system has shaped our economies for centuries, but history shows it always ends the same way. Financial crises, recessions, and sometimes more severe issues. At first, printing money can boost growth if it funds productive investments. But over time, the gap between asset creation and real value widens. And then comes the crash. That's why so many countries are on the brink of bankruptcy today. But there is another way. A system based on yield rather than centrally defined interest rates. A yield is a return that fluctuates with market performance and risk. It can take many forms like return on investment, ROI, return on equity, ROE, profit and loss, P&L. Unlike interest rates, yields aren't guaranteed. They depend on asset performance. That's why in DeFi, where most assets have a finite supply and no central authority, returns come from yields, not from artificially set interest rates.
So if we summarize, in centralized finance, traditional banks and lending systems set interest rates. Meanwhile, in DeFi, yields are influenced by market activity, staking, and lending pools adjusting dynamically. Is that right?
That's right, Bullix. In decentralized finance, revenue generation works differently from traditional finance. As Richie said previously, interest rates and yields should not be misunderstood. They have different applications. DeFi works mainly on yields, such as staking, lending, and liquidity protocols. Staking, such as Ethereum proof of stake, rewards fluctuate based on gas fees and network activity. Lending protocols, like Aave or Compound, interest rates adjust dynamically based on supply and demand. Liquidity provision, platforms like Uniswap or Curve, earn fees by supplying assets to decentralized exchanges. Unlike interest rates, these methods depend on market performance and carry risks, counterparty, market, and liquidity risks. So returns are never fully guaranteed. But that's also where there are opportunities.
That is true, Professor. Understanding the difference between interest rates and yields is crucial when evaluating returns in both TradFi and DeFi. While CeFi relies on centrally determined rates, DeFi offers dynamic, risk-adjusted yields based on real market conditions. To sum up, interest rates belong to the past, a centralized, opaque system ruled by a few, whereas yields are the cornerstone of a transparent, decentralized system. If you have understood this lecture, you are more equipped than others to embrace the next paradigm shift where DeFi will rule. DeFi meaning us. We are all DeFi. Your learning experience doesn't stop here. Subscribe to the channel to continue your learning journey into decentralized finance.